And so homework 27, we're working on adding these things with radicals. And so one thing that we need to understand when we're adding radicals is that as we consider what's inside the radical symbol, that has to be the same for us to be able to add these things up. So for instance, if this was written differently and was 2 square root of 5 plus 6 square root of 7, there would be nothing we could do because that and that are not the same. And so for us to be able to add things with radicals, whatever it is that's inside the radical symbol has to be the same. Now for number 1, that's already that way, so this is very easy actually. We have 2 square roots of 5, and we have 6 more square roots of 5. So 2 plus 6 makes 8 square roots of 5. That's kind of mind-blowing, huh? Okay, so very simple, yes. It would be nice if they were all this simple. But recognize again, the thing inside the square root symbol or inside the radical symbol has to be the same for us to be able to add or subtract them. I'll leave that there for a moment in case you need that, and then move on to number 2. Moving on to number 2, we can see that the thing inside the radical symbol is not the same for both of those terms. One is 45, the other is 20. And so we need to do a little bit of work to try and make those things inside the square root symbol look the same. And so we're going to work on 2 square root of 45. We're going to simplify it as far as we possibly can. So we need a number that has a square root that's a factor of 45. That number is going to be 9. So we're going to factor that 45 and make it 9 times 5. Square root of 9 is 3. So outside we'll have 2 times 3. What gets left inside, that 9 is going to come out and become that 3. What's left inside is the 5. And 2 times 3 is 6. So this is 6 square root of 5. The other one is the square root of 20. We're going to look for factors of 20 that have a square root, like 4. So this can be 4 times 5. The square root of 4 is going to be 2. 5 is what's left inside the square root symbol. So we can see now these two new things both have square root of 5, so the number inside the radical symbol is the same. We're just going to rewrite this problem as 6 times the square root of 5 plus 2 times the square root of 5. Isn't that what we just did? That's pretty interesting, isn't it? Number 1 and 2 are actually the exact same problem, just written a little bit differently to start with. And so we manipulated number 2 to make it look exactly like number 1, even though my 6 and my 2 are backwards. So 6 plus 2 is going to be 8. Square root of 5 is what's in, or 5 is what's in the radical symbol, and it's the same on both, so we just keep it. And so we get 8 times the square root of 5 as our final answer for number 2. With that, I'm going to stop the video here and have a new one for number 3 and onward.